Hey kitty cats. So you joined me at my new ticket. Managed to drop into the same swim as last time. That clear patch which I found is still there, but it's moved over very slightly. Understandable, weed moves about, doesn't it? But the fish are still there. I did find the spot again eventually. A little bit closer, a little bit further over to the right, which I was using just a normal feature finding lead. Now that just brushed across, bounced lovely, cracking, found it. But just to be certain, I'll double check, and then I'll put the grappler lead across. That was totally different. First cast I pulled in loads, moved it over again another maybe 3 or 4 foot, if that, and even that was just bouncing across. So I know that I've got a nice clear spot there, right on the edge of some weeds. It's not massive, so I've got to be pretty accurate on my baiting application. I'm not going to put a load of bait out. I've literally just got here. I've come straight from work, so the time is getting on a bit. The rods are set up. I've just got to wrap them up and put them out. I don't think I'll put a hell of a lot of bait out tonight. I might just throw the singles out with maybe a scattering of boilie over the top, with a throwing stick. The main reason I've got here tonight is that it saves me getting up early in the morning to get here. It's only 20 minutes down the road. One of the other lakes on the venue has got a match this weekend, so that lake is shut. So I needed to make sure that I could get the swim that I wanted. So I've got down here this evening. Like I say, I'm not too worried about fishing, but it'd be a shame to waste the time. I'm not going to just sit here and camp next to the lake. Although that is what I normally do, to be fair. I just can't sit here knowing that I've not got no rods in the water. It just doesn't seem right, does it? So I'm going to get on and do that, and hopefully we'll speak to you in a little while. See you for now. It's a nice morning call. Oh, morning folks. I did think I was going to get nothing through the night last night. I was right. Had a few knocks, but I wanted to be ready for the first thing this morning. And it's a surprise. I thought, to be honest, when it was coming in, I thought it was just going to be a mid-double. But at £22.10, absolutely lovely. I'm sure you'd agree. Lovely. £22.10 mirror. Happy days. Good way to start the weekend. How about that? How's that for a morning call? Like I just said, I got here last night straight from work, and I was debating whether to put the rods out or not, but I just couldn't not put the rods out. The idea of me getting here last night was so that I would be here at the crack of dawn with everything all presented and ready to go. And it's paid off with that lovely £22.10 mirror. Now before that bite, I had literally just, with the throwing stick, put literally a handful of boilies out. So I've not really baited up at all yet. I have just mixed up a little spod mix. Not a great deal. Just to try and get some interest and get them going. But literally, after about 5 minutes of me throwing a few boilies out, that one went off. So now that one's all reset, I'm going to get this spod mix out and hopefully have a bit of breakfast. And if I'm lucky, have another fish. Right, let's get to it. predicted is the rain. If we're lucky, it might spur on a bite. Oh, update. Nothing else has happened. A few knocks, that's about it. The rain hasn't really stopped, which is good. I'm not moaning about that. One of my bottom baits though was attracting a lot of coot attention, and a friend of mine suggested sticking out a zig. I've gone with that idea. I've now changed one of the baits with a zig. I've still gone onto the baited area, but just to the side of it, with the idea that if the fish do come in to feed on the free bait, they're not going to come in on the bottom. They're going to come in mid-water or whatever, you know, and drop down to the food. So I've still got one on the bottom, or as in a pop-up on my running rig, and a zig 3 foot up. Now the weed is about 2.5 feet deep, so I'm literally just over the top of the weed. I've stuck a foam nugget around the actual zig around the hook bait, in the hope that that stays up higher as it goes down through the water, and it should keep out of trouble. And that seemed to work an absolute treat. So Nick, if you're watching, which I bloody well hope you are, if it doesn't work, I'm blaming you. I've got to blame something, and you are something. So that's where we are at the moment. Hopefully we'll speak again soon with a fish on the bank. Let's see. Fingers crossed. Get back to my book now. I'm not just pretending I can read. There is words. It's not just pictures, although there are some really great pictures in it. I've got to tell you. Nothing through the night. Not even a knock. But on the plus side, I did get a great kip. What have I done with the rods? Not much, to be honest. The zig I've left where it is, although I have dropped it down another sort of 6 inches or so. The right hand rod, I did redo that this morning. Loads of weed had drifted across, got onto the line, it dragged the line across, so I wasn't happy about that, about the way it was sitting. So I've redone that one, so that's back out and sitting nicely. So I'm going to just eat my porridge with my fork, drink my coffee, but we're optimistic, and you've got to be optimistic, even when you're not catching or not even getting any liners. You've got to stay optimistic, otherwise you wouldn't do it, would you? We'd just go camping, you'd just sell your fish again, just buy a tent. Any luck, speak to you later. Well, I'm going to start packing up. That elusive last bite never did come along, or it hasn't yet anyway. I'm going to keep the rods out until the very last bit. Last time I done that here, I had a nice 20-something pound mirror. Can't complain. We had that one out early yesterday. Didn't happen on the zig, so Nick, I'm holding you responsible for that. If you haven't already, please subscribe, click the like button, hit that bell for notifications, leave comments. So until next time, guys, see you later.